Good morning everyone. I am last year studying in 8B section at Elena Bettini English Medium High School. Today I am going to represent a seminar on the topic of respiration in lungs, the parts of respiratory system, sphenoidal sinus, frontal sinus, nose, nasal cavity, nasal concave, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchus, bronchioles, alveoli, right lung, left lung and diaphragm. First of all, what is respiration? Respiration is the process by which your body takes in oxygen and removes carbon dioxide. This process is very important because every cell in our body needs oxygen to produce energy. Let us learn how does respiration occur. When we breathe in, the air enters through our nose. Inside the nose, there is nasal cavity. Nasal cavity is a large open air-filled spaces that contains tiny hairs and mucus inside that filters dust and germs. Inside this cavity, there are scroll-shaped tiny plates are called nasal concave or also known as turbinates that warms and moistens the air we breathe. From the nasal cavity, the air passes to the pharynx, which is a throat. A throat is a fibromuscular tube that is about 5 inches long that starts from the nose and mouth and extends to the larynx and esophagus. It is a common passage for both food and air. And the air passes to the larynx, which is also called voice box, that contains vocal cords for sound that is present in between the neck. Next, the air passes to the trachea, which is also called windpipe. Trachea carries air from larynx into the lungs. The trachea is divided into two tubes called bronchus. One bronchus enters the left lung and other enters the right lung. And the air finally reaches the lungs. Inside the lungs, the bronchi is divided into many smaller tubes called bronchioles. At the end of the bronchioles, there are the millions of tiny air sacs called alveoli. The bronchioles help to distribute the air throughout the lungs. The walls of alveoli are very thin and surrounded by tiny blood vessels called capillaries. Here, oxygen from the air passes into our blood. At the same time, the carbon dioxide from the blood moves into alveoli. When we breathe out, the carbon dioxide is expelled from our body. Now let us learn how does carbon dioxide expelled from our body. We have two lungs, the left lung and the right lung. Just below our lungs, there is a dome-shaped muscle called diaphragm. It plays an important role in breathing. Without diaphragm, the breathing would be very difficult. When we inhale the air, it contracts and moves upward, helping the lungs to expand. When we exhale, it relaxes from our body. And now, how to keep our lungs healthy. Healthy lungs are very important. We should exercise regularly, avoid smoking and breathe clean air to keep our lungs healthy. And then the oxygen-rich blood is pumped by the heart to all parts of the body, where the oxygen helps cells to produce energy from food. This is called cellular respiration. By this, I conclude that respiration in the lungs is an essential process that produces oxygen to our body and removes carbon dioxide, helping us to stay healthy and alive. Healthy lungs is essential for healthy life. Thank you.